Welcome back to the dot course, and in this video I'm going to be talking about relational operators. Right, so let's go ahead and create a new dot file. I'm going to be calling this 11 underscore relational operators. Right, let's go ahead with that and then create a main method. Right, so we're going to be talking about relational operators. So let me just get out the different types of relational operators we have, and bam. So if you've taken high school math or even elementary math, you've probably learned something called inequalities, and that's where you've probably seen all these symbols, right? So let me just read them out for you. That's the greater than symbol, right? Then that's your lesser than symbol. That's your greater than or equal to symbol. That's your lesser than or equal to symbol. That's the equal to symbol, and that's your not equal to symbol, right? So that's something new, I guess. I don't remember doing that in math. Instead we had some bar kind of thing on the equal to, right? But then in computer you just use this symbol in front of the equal to sign. Alright, so you've probably seen all these in math class, and you've probably seen this in the dot course itself, right? Take a moment and figure out what this means. I'll give you a second for that. Alright, so this means, is this equal to that? Alright, so that's our comparison operator. That's used to compare two entities. Alright, so let's go ahead and elaborate on these then, right? So I would like to demonstrate that, because that's going to give you a better understanding. So I want you to create three variables now, then for number 1, number 2, and number 3. So we're just going to have three numbers, then go through that. Alright, so let's go ahead and create 1 and set the value to be of 10. Do the same for num2 and set this to 10 also. Create another variable, call this num3, and set this to value 5. Alright, so what we're now going to do is we're again going to use an if statement. Alright, so now we're going to check whether this number is greater than this number. Right, so let's go ahead and do that. Num1 is greater than num2. Then do the brackets. So what do you think is the answer, guys? Is num1 greater than num2? Is 10 greater than 10? Or are they equal? They're two different things. Alright, so let's just print it out so that we get the verdict from the compiler in the decision. Should we spell that? Yep. Right, so if the answer is true, if 10 is greater than 10, it's going to be in the decision. Else print not. It's going to print not. Right, so let's go ahead and run that. It says not. So 10 is not greater than 10. In fact, it's equal to 10. Let's try that with this operator, the comparison operator, which we know of. Right, so what do you think is going to be the answer now? Is 10 equal to 10? Indeed, it is. Let me just change that to an yes, so it makes it more intuitive, right? And yes, 10 is equal to 10. Right, so let's try that with a different number. Is 10 equal to 5, which is num3? Certainly not. Alright, so let me take a second and point out that instead of using variable names, you can directly enter in numbers too. Is 5 equal to 3? Certainly not. Alright, so just to see if this works, and yes, that's true. Let me just replace that back. Num1 equal to num3. Alright, so we've covered this, etc. And then let's try the less than operator. is num1 lesser than num3? What do you think? Certainly not. It's the other way around, which will be illustrated by greater than operator. Yes. Okay, so remember we had the case where we had num1 and num2. Alright, so we could check whether something is greater than or equal to another number. So let's try that out for this. So is 10 greater than or equal to 10? Yes, it is, because of the second part which says or equal to, right? That's the same case for less than equal to, because they're equal, right? So boom, that's how you use your relational operators, right? So now we've got just one more. Okay, so that's basically to check whether two things are equal or not, right? So how you do that is 10 not equal to 10? Take a moment and guess. It is not, because 10 is 10. Someone says 10 is not 10, you're just going to say no, because that's the wrong answer, right? So let's just replace that. And now you've got an yes. 10 is 10, but 10 is not 10, right? It's got to be a little confusing, but just remember that this is not equal to, and that's equal to, right? So that's it for this course. That's it for this video, never mind. And then I've just got a quick challenge for you. Let me get it out. Yep, that's right here. Alright, so this is just gonna be a code for checking whether Tom is an adult or not. So Tom is our fictional user, right? So you're essentially creating a random age for Tom and then storing it in a variable, right? So I don't want you to be wasting time using inputs, etc., because we've got more interesting stuff coming up, and then we do some more projects later on with inputs, etc. But feel free to do it if you want to, or practice with it. Alright, so the code is simple. You're just checking whether Tom is greater than or equal to 18, which implies that he's an adult. So you're just checking whether he's an adult or not. If he's an adult, you're going to say yes, he's an adult, or else say you are not an adult, right? As simple as that. So go ahead and pause the video and come back after you're done. I hope you've tried attempting it. If you're not successful, follow on. So let's go ahead and analyze this. So it says it asks us to store Tom's age in a variable. So let's go ahead and create one. Var age is equal to, let's go ahead and put 16. For the sake of it, I'll change it later on to check if the code really works. Alright, so now I'm just going to go with a decision. So I'm going to check if his age is greater than or equal to 18. So what happens if that's true? It means he's an adult. On the other way around, when it goes to the else statement, which means he's not an adult. Not adult. Right, I'm just going to use that symbol instead of not, just to get you familiar with it. Right? Yep, so let's try the real code here. Print you are an adult. And then here you're going to print you are not an adult. Alright, let's close that, and that's your code. Let's go ahead and fire that up. Before that, I just want to comment this out. Right, so let's run that. Says you're not an adult. Great, because he's 16. Now let's change that to 18. Bam, it says you are an adult, because we have an equal to operator there, right? Let's change that to 19 and check if it still holds true. And indeed it does, because 19 is greater than or equal to 18. Right, let's just say 98, because it's still got to hold good, and indeed it does. Right, so that's your challenge, and great if you were able to do it, and if not, that's all right. We're gonna do another challenge probably later on. Alright, so that's it for this video, so see you in the next one.